We have a little bit to talk about. Starting with New Japan Pro Wrestling. As I mentioned earlier yesterday, or in a news video yesterday, Kota Ibushi, who's been out of action since the fall of 2021, is a free agent officially, and officially no longer under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yesterday we spoke about Kota Ibushi becoming, or being announced for, WrestleMania weekend and Joey Janela's Spring Break and Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. Well, Kota Ibushi, Kota Ibushi is not only officially a free agent as of today, and as of an announcement from New Japan Pro Wrestling, but Kota Ibushi also officially has an opponent, and his opponent is Speedball Mike Bailey. That match, set for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport over WrestleMania weekend, is going to be a spectacular matchup because Mike Bailey has been tearing down the house legitimately over the last couple of months with Impact Wrestling and put on a classic in Impact Wrestling against Impact Wrestling's reigning world champion Josh Alexander. So it should be an instant 5-star classic at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport over WrestleMania weekend between Kota Ibushi and Speedball Mike Bailey. I do have if they're gonna set the bar with Mike Bailey and Kota Ibushi, I wonder who Ibushi's gonna be versing on Joey Janela's Spring Break. As rumor has it, he's going to be in main event matches over WrestleMania weekend. But also, as rumor has it, there is interest from, according to Fightful, there is interest from both WWE and AEW in Kota Ibushi. But Ibushi wants to remain a freelancer for the time being and does not immediately want to jump in going to a major wrestling company, as apparently I do remember seeing, I believe on Fightful, that Ibushi would like to go to AEW, but he wants to be a free agent for a while before going to AEW. So that is insanely interesting. I think, and I just want to say this, I think because of the magnitude and because of the amount of conversation that has been had over the last couple of years about AEW's inevitable foray into the gaming community, I took the opportunity when AEW put together their first trailer of Fight Forever to break down the trailer and go that route, which I have not done and may not do with WWE 2K23. I have not decided yet. But with that being said, WWE 2K23 gameplay trailer, I think the first gameplay trailer of the event, or of the show, of the game, has been released, and it shows the first glimpse of the War Games match, and also confirms Cora Jade as a part of WWE 2K23, which I think I mentioned this when we spoke about 2K23 the last time, that I do. Oh no, it was the Royal Rumble. But the Royal Rumble, I mean, it's pretty much the same concept. That I think NXT will have a bigger part in 2K23 this year than it had in 22 this year. I don't know what the necessity is, but I do think that either way, NXT will have a bigger part, because though NXT is represented in this game, it is not as represented as some fans may have liked, because there are a number of individuals that are not properly fleshed, or maybe the best way to put it is, because I know it used to be that talent had to work for WWE for a certain amount of time to be a part of the video game. I think it's also the fact that WWE wants their talent to be, how do you put it? a big enough part of creative or a big enough part of the game to be included in the game. And I think this year it is unquestionable that Grayson Waller, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Toxic Attraction, yada yada, so on and so forth, will be a part of WWE 2K23 because of how integral they've been in NXT programming over the last 12 months. And not just Carmelo Hayes, but also Tony D'Angelo. We may very likely go through WWE 2K23 and the not too distant future, and what my expectations are for the game, and who I would like to see in the game as featured stars outside of what we already know. But also, outside of the WWE news, we have news from Dave Meltzer that Kenny Omega's visa issues that have been keeping him away from AEW programming, or the visa issues that have been keeping Kenny Omega away from AEW programming, have been fixed, and Kenny will likely be a part of AEW, a part of Dynamite tonight. Tonight. I forgot what day it was, but it is Wednesday, so that means Dynamite is tonight, and we will likely see Top Flight and AR Fox get their trios title match against the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, which will be a banger of a contest, as Top Flight and AR Fox won the opportunity to fight the Elite for the Trios Championships in that Battle Royal they won a few weeks ago. I believe, was it early 2023 or late 2022 when they did that Trios Battle Royal? I think it was late 2022. I think it was one of the last shows of 2022 that they did the Trios Battle Royal. But either way, that's when they won the Battle Royal. It is questionable if the match will take place tonight, based on the fact that it was short notice that the visa issue, it was not wildly known that Kenny's visa issues had been fixed. So it is possible that they may hype the inevitable title defense for next week, or on Rampage even. Imagine if that match took place on Rampage. But the fact of the matter is, either way, whether the match takes place on Rampage this week, Dynamite next week, or Dynamite tonight, one way or the other, AEW will have a Trios title match coming soon, with the Elite defending against AR Fox and Top Flight, which again will be a banger of a contest. A little bit of news as we wrap up. Worth noting that Impact Wrestling has signed another former WWE superstar, as the former Fandango has officially signed a contract after working some tapings for Impact Wrestling since his release. It is great to hear that Fandango has found a new home, or Johnny Curtis has found a new home in Impact Wrestling, and I hope nothing but the best for Fandango or Johnny Curtis in Impact Wrestling. We got more news to get to, so I will see you in the next news video.